Welcome back to Silence the Crowd. I'm one of your hosts, G Fields. The web.
Two of them, KK.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome back to another famous. Are we famous yet?
Infamous. Yeah, hell yeah. Infamous.
Famous.
Legendaries.
Legendary
Goated.
podcast.
Yeah. Like Mises.
Huh?
Hey, like Lil John said.
Mises?
Mises. More than one is Mises, right?
Yes, sir, man. Well, someone jump into it because I know you guys wanted to talk about the playoff shit, but
One of the best play-in weekends or opening weeks I can remember since the 4 or 5 years that the play-in's been in place.
agreed.
That opening night, man, was fire. That Hornets Heat game, and then of course our Blazers just dog walking them Suns. 40 ball Denny.
Wait, hold on.
Denny made it
Damn,
appearance.
man, I ain't gonna lie. You cranked it off like good, like the best play-in.
It was the best play-in.
And the Blazers dog walk Phoenix.
They did. They put it to them.
They dog
Belt
walk.
to ass. Belt to
I
ass.
guess we gotta break down what's a dog walk, because to me a dog walk is you just destroying them the whole game.
That's what Denny Avdia did to to Dylan Brooks. Talking about I'm the best defender in the NBA, talking all that barking,
Yeah,
all that whoop, whoop, whoop.
But that
Denny
wasn't
was at his chest.
that wasn't a-
and one to the cup.
Yeah, but
And
that wasn't
one.
a belt. That
Slow
wasn't
step.
Y'all see what I mean by how they be glazing them? y'all get it. But a belt to ass is like not a close game. That was a close game.
Dog walk. That's
That-
what you're trying to figure.
Yeah.
That wasn't a dog walk. That wasn't a dog walk. Like you said in the beginning of the pie, it was
a
dope.
It was a good game.
It was a real good game.
This is what I will say.
It was a good game to where it was quiet in the chat for a minute until they pulled it off. Then it went crazy.
Bro, you was ducking the fade. You ran out. We
hold
was
on.
watching the game. We was watching the game together. Dipped out at halftime, then he wouldn't answer the field. Hey, I FaceTimed him 3 times after the ball because you know I was on his head. 40 ball, Denny. I'm with the homies we was watching the game with, and I'm like, where can it go? Oh, we need to FaceTime him. He texts real quick, I'm on the phone with Babe.
Hey, I was on the phone with a vibe. But listen though. Listen though.
Hey.
Listen.
All that
you use the wrong words at the wrong time, bro. I'm never ducking no fade. Let's get that clear.
Oh, you was ducking the fade. What do you call it then?
I call
When
it
you
not.
talking crazy,
I call it not answering a call when it was already cricket. First of all, before the call, I already gave the chat props. I gave Portland A props. This a dope game. He balling. He for sure all-star. I gave him his props. You were like,
You were in the
Hold
chat
on.
saying that.
hold on. That's what I
Don't
said.
pick your finger. What do
Hold
you think
on.
this is? I ain't even confused. Do I look like Princess
Hold on. You was in the chats. Crickets. Matter of fact, the two non-Blazer fans was communicating back and forth in the chat, giving Denny his props.
No, I said big time win on the first game against
Okay.
the Clippers.
All right. You did. Yeah, you did. But I'm saying though, man, it comes to a point where you just got to be honest.
and
Like,
it
was crickets in that chat for
Bro,
me.
and you are forgetting.
I was in bed. That's why I wasn't.
Bro,
he
listen, this dude is forgetting
I was
we were
bad.
watching the game live, and he
I
was
didn't
like,
forget that
"Oh,
part.
Jalen Green, oh, Dylan Brooks, oh, let's go Phoenix."
Go back to the
That
the last pod though. I said I wanted y'all to win. I said it might be hard with Booker, but I still gave y'all that. Then I recanted that and took it back when y'all started giving me shit about the Lakers. Oh, y'all done. Y'all gonna get swept. It's over with. So other than that, I'm happy y'all won. But just don't sit here and say belt the ass though, because y'all didn't belt the ass Phoenix.
We did. We put it to him.
Oh my God.
We put it
We
to
got
him.
the
Oh
dub.
my God.
It don't
Yeah.
really
We
matter.
took that
That's it.
7 seed.
Y'all got the dub. Really, I like the way your brain process.
No,
I got the
I'm
dub.
gonna keep it
That's all that
level-headed,
matters.
man.
Yeah.
But I will say, all of the commentators, all the media, well, they was glazing D-Book, glazing him.
The same way y'all
He's
glaze
scoring
too?
29 a game.
I was so happy to turn on ESPN the next day and see Denny get some flowers, though. The Blazers get some love, man. They was on First Take. They was on the McAfee show, and they was all talking about this dude, bro.
Yeah, I mean it's a good look for the city, especially after the jail Blazers.
Okay, we jumping right into that.
Segue into that.
Okay.
Listen, I'm gonna speak my piece about it. I'm from the city, born and raised, right?
Yeah.
And that was some of the most entertaining Blazers basketball that I've ever seen in my life. Now, mind you, I wasn't there in the 77 when we won it and all that shit.
When?
The 77.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we got one of them things though.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and then all the media and like people who they were like, the interviews they put into it were just trash. They were just talking trash about the Blazers, man. I was a kid. I was going out there hype. I was going to the mall to see if I could run into Sheed. I was buying the Sheeds. I was doing all that. I didn't care if he was smoking
Air Force
weed.
Ones,
The Air Force Ones, yeah, with the swoosh.
Yeah.
I remember Fat Joe on Cribs pulled out a pair. That was a good. I felt bad too. I felt bad for some of them guys.
No, and I gotta say, I said it to y'all earlier. I gotta give an apology to Damon Stoudemire because I never understood, man. I grew up hooping at Irving Park and hearing the legendary stories about Damon Stoudemire hooping at Irving Park. You know what I mean? That's where he grew up at, like in the city. And I'm like, man, why does dude never come back to the city? He never give back. And then I watched that documentary and the way his home city rolled on him and turned on him. I wouldn't come back neither. You don't even feel welcome in his home no more. They really rolled on him. And I remember when Damon was hooping, I was a kid, that whole Mighty Mouse vibe. He had Mighty Mouse tattooed on his arm. And like for a smaller kid, you could look at that and like, he was dropping 50 balls.
Yeah.
He was nice, bro.
Yeah.
And just that whole documentary opened my eyes to it. If you haven't watched it, it's the Untold Stories on Netflix, the Jailblazers documentary. Just dropped last week. We all watched it, man. It was good. And I mean, it wasn't the dude, the GM said it at the end. There's only 3 teams in NBA history that have a monarch: the Showtime Lakers, the Bad Boy Pistons, and the Jailblazers. You don't get a monarch in this league unless you's about something, man. We had the Lakers on the ropes.
Yeah.
I mean, you said that like we had in that series, we had them on the ropes. And that was widely considered one of the greatest teams of all time, the Shaq and Kobe Lakers. And we was right there with them. You know what I mean?
Opened up a wound watching that because I remember that game and then watching it again and then
14 straight.
14 shots over and over and over.
Champ was over there like this.
Yeah, this is when we turn.
But not only that though, like y'all was up in the series though, 3-1 though. So it wasn't like it was like, yeah, no, we had to fight for that. You know what I'm saying? We fought for it. I mean, you miss shots though. You get cold in the NBA. The NBA is about
14 straight is crazy though.
It's about runs.
I know, but 14 straight is crazy.
Up 3-1 is crazy.
There was some good looks. Yeah, up 3-1 crazy too. Like
that should have been us, man. Should have been us. I'll say this too, like the Blazer development, like for the company as a whole, and I have some like sources, but they haven't ever like brought back past players and like put them back into the team. I mean, you might have a little bit of Terry Porter, like a little bit, but Clyde, Dame, any of the greats, Bill Walton, sure, because that was like about it.
I know we're not that far removed, but even B. Roy,
yeah, but
player development.
Yeah, but the thing about it is though, it's the players the way they was getting treated. That's why they ain't came back.
Rasheed didn't even go to the, you know what I mean? They did the honoring. I thought that was dope. Damon got to speak. Bonzi came back. And Bonzi really, like Bonzi said it at the end. I like Bonzi. He was one of my favorite Blazers, bro. And Bonzi could hoop for real. And that tarnished his career. Like, Sheed was still able to go get a championship. I can't remember what Damon did afterwards. It kind of took a hit on his career. But Bonzi's career was pretty much done after that.
Yeah.
It made me realize, though, why Portland never got other all-stars to come here, though.
Yeah.
Because players in the league saw how they was treated and probably was just like, nah, I'm good. I don't want nothing to do with Portland.
No.
You know?
Scotty was the last free agent that actually was like interested in coming to Portland.
Well, he sold it to him, though, too, though. Like, hey, you can get this without Phil.
He's just sales.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was a good pitch, though.
But it's just
and y'all had a shot, though. Y'all really had a shot.
And they didn't even talk about in the doc, Sabonis. They really say, if Sabonis had come here 10 years prior when we drafted him, it would have been Jokic before Jokic. That's how good Sabonis was. Arvydas, we talking about Arvydas. You know what I mean? Like, he was that good. Like, by the time he got here, both his knees were already shot. They didn't talk about Jermaine O'Neal in the doc. And Scotty, when Scotty was here, Scotty said he watched the young Jermaine O'Neal in practice, and he told the front office, that's the best player you got. Ahead of Sheed, ahead of all them dudes. Like, he's going to be the one. And then the front office didn't listen. They shipped him out, and look what he became.
Well, since we talking about the Portland Trail Blazers, let's talk about this first round matchup y'all got. My honest take on it, if y'all beat San Antonio, that's going to give y'all so much confidence. Y'all might got a chance at the chip. At least,
I love it, man.
At least going out the West, I ain't going to lie. Because y'all really when y'all healthy, I'm getting chill bumps. Really, when y'all healthy, y'all give everybody a problem. We be honest. Yeah, but if everybody show up.
I'm tell you, bro, I'm going to tell you what's going on right now upstairs. It's steamrolling Phoenix in the first half, as they've been doing to everyone. They are just good, bro. It's going to take something legendary to beat them, like a Jokic, just crazy series, an MVP level player. SGA is not even shooting the ball well right now. He's struggling, and they're up 30 at the half.
Well, bitches win championships, man.
They are deep, bro.
Yeah, they deep, yeah. I still think it'd be good to watch everybody get upset. Y'all come back from the play and be the first to do it. Then y'all do it without Dame. Like, oh, who y'all say, y'all boy? Y'all can say it together. Y'all normally
40
ball. Denny. Shaden Sharp.
That's a nasty word.
Hoop, man.
I mean, I probably get, comments, but I think that we actually got a shot at beating them. A better shot at beating the Spurs than we do beating OKC if we had to play it in the first round.
Facts. So that's why that Phoenix game was big. It's not going to be a sweep either. We're not going to get swept. We're going to get it. If we lose, we're going to get at least a couple and take it to 6. I think we take it to 6. I think we get a dub at home, and then if we can get a dub this first game,
I see y'all beating San Antonio.
San Antonio's good now.
They're good.
Yeah, I know. I still see y'all beating them though.
It's not just Wemby. It's Castle. It's Keldon Johnson.
Yeah, Castle, my boy.
Well, they're a good team, man.
They got a nice little squad.
But the thing is like this is too. The thing that scares me about OKC, right? They won the title. They have the experience. They have the leadership. You know what I mean? That whole team's been together. The thing with San Antonio is they're a young team. This is their first time. They are really good, but we're a young team too. And young teams don't really they have like this arrogance to them, because they've never been there before. They don't really understand the moment. So sometimes it can go either way.
Yeah, but y'all got a vet out there that's on the floor that got a championship, though, that is going to keep everybody composed, though.
Yeah.
True.
He been there.
I think that's going to be the difference maker.
Yeah. They're going to need to lean on him for sure.
Yeah. And then if he dishing and knocking down shots with Denny, though, yeah, it's going to be a problem. And if my boy Scoop balling, yeah, it's going to be a problem.
My boy Yang, he going to come out.
Come on now.
Who?
Yeah, Hansen.
And to see all these rookies, man, we could have had so much better pick than him, but it's whatever. Ain't tripping.
Listen, man, that's why we got. Oh, since we're on the topic, have y'all heard some of the stuff about the Blazers owner, right? Currently,
lowballing t-shirts.
Lowballing t-shirts.
We ain't made the playoffs in 5, but it's like a thing when you go to a playoff game.
Everyone
t-shirts on every seat.
So the whole stadium is one color.
White out.
He didn't do that?
No.
He didn't do that.
He said no.
No.
And then the crew was down there in AZ playing Phoenix. He made them all check out early so that way they didn't get hit with an extra, another day on the hotel fee. He made them all check out
Nickel
early.
and diamond, bro.
Like $300. It was like $300. And this.
Yeah.
I also heard some crazy stuff about.
He sound like the Salem Capitals owner.
He may.
Yeah, he want to get out there and play.
They supposedly that. So the city officials, right? The city council supposedly met about the renovation, right? Let's just say we'll just say it's $700 million, right? Of taxpayer money, our money going to renovate it. So if they decide not to move forward with that, then he could take the team to Seattle, right? Take the team to Seattle and pay the fines, and he would still be up on moving the team. Paul Allen, when he signed for the Blazers and bought the Blazers, he signed the paperwork, said, I'm not moving the team for 30 years. He signed it. Oh boy, didn't want to sign the paperwork.
Oh, he moving the team, man.
Nah, he ain't. They ain't letting him. Bro, we ain't losing the Blazers. I'm telling you, we'll do those renovations. We'll build the stadium. And the thing is,
my boy sound like he about to go swing a hammer. I'm doing the renovations.
We ain't losing the Blazers, bro.
Damn, y'all gonna be Seattle fans.
But they already I can't be a Seattle fan. But they already there's already bids out there for like 6 or 7 billion for Seattle and for Vegas. Why even take the Blazers and move them to Seattle?
Cheaper to keep them.
And it's a bigger market.
Yeah.
There's a bigger market in Seattle. You can make stupid money out there.
Yeah.
The team.
Damn, he said no shirts, dog.
No shirts.
No shirts is crazy. For our first playoff run in 5 years, usually the small market teams do the biggest stuff. You seen what Indiana was doing last year when they made that finals run.
But you think that's safe to the players, though?
You don't believe it.
But see, the thing is, what it doesn't do is it doesn't deter the fans. You heard them talking like you've been to the Blazer game. The motor rocks, bro.
Yeah.
People behind them Blazers, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be a sellout. It's going to be a sellout.
Mm-hmm.
Of course. I mean, San Antonio coming.
Y'all going to the game?
What game?
The San Antonio
the
Blazers?
plug on the suite?
I don't. If we get to finals, so because we, the Blazers, we got a partnership, right? And then once the playoffs hits, BC takes the playoffs, EBC takes the finals. So we get to the finals.
Then you get this.
Lock back in.
Lock back in.
So we got to make it to the finals, right?
Hey.
You hear that?
Chat. Run this part,
Is it shirts in the suites?
Yeah, I mean, you probably have like suits in the suites. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all go to the finals. I give me a Blazer jersey.
Damn, that's wild, bro. Now we see what you truly on.
Scoop.
We gonna get it from
It'll be a
Dubai.
scoop. It got to be a Henderson, Dubai. Shout out to Casey, man, for that Kobe jersey from Dubai.
That's what's up.
So let's talk about the other series going on. You know what I mean? This morning, Austin and Philly played, and I was pretty stoked about that series just because that's two huge sports towns.
Yeah.
And I'm a big Philly fan, because of Iverson, obviously, because of Paul George. I like Maxey. I wish Embiid was playing, and Boston just dog walked him.
Yeah, now that's a dog.
Yeah,
now
that
that's
was a
belt
dog
that
walk.
ass right there. That's officially belt that ass.
Who's coming out?
I'm definitely going for Philly now. Not
we're
out the
gonna-
East, though.
Yeah, I want Philly to win that series, but they're not going to. Boston or Detroit is coming out the East, if you ask me. Boston or Detroit.
I wouldn't be surprised if Boston beats Detroit.
I got a sleeper coming out the East. Cleveland.
Cleveland?
Yeah.
I got the Hawks.
The Hawks ain't getting past New York.
I think they can.
That's funny. None of us got the Knicks. Shout out Ron Ross. We don't believe in the Knicks.
No, hell no.
Shout out Ron Ross. And no one believe in the Knicks.
She gonna be like, y'all cook me, son. Hell nah.
I just not that big of a believer in
Cat.
or, I mean, listen, Brunson is nice, but he needs some other players around him. But I just don't think Cat and the rest of the squad.
It's really
Hart's all right.
Yeah, but it's really
solid.
Cat though. If Cat don't show,
Bridges all right.
yeah, if Cat don't show up, it's a wrap. Because Ginobili, what's his name? Ananobi gonna show up.
OG Anunoby.
Yeah, he gonna show up. Bronson gonna show up. Hart always show up.
Don't disrespect Mano like that, bro.
Who?
Mano Ginobili.
How did I disrespect him? I said Anobli. What's his name?
OG Anunoby.
OG
Mano Ginobili.
Motherfucker sound like a Star Wars character.
I tried. They ain't going nowhere though, man. They'll get to the second round.
All right, so then
Shout out my Lakers though. Let's go. Leg show.
Listen,
Let's go.
into that. We got one more series I want to talk about. A couple more series I want to talk about first.
I'll say the best for last.
Yeah, we'll say.
Yeah.
Detroit and Orlando. I think Detroit wins that series, but I think it does get
7?
interesting.
I think they go 7.
You think it goes 7?
I was mad that Magic beat the Hornets.
They didn't just beat them. They
no.
Hornets wasn't supposed to win that game.
I just wanted them to bounce back just because I know we've talked about this the past, pods, the whole Coop Con thing, you know what I mean? And I was like a little bit more of an underdog story. So I wanted Con to bounce back after going 0 for 6
Yeah.
and just been like,
doubled down.
he doubled down on himself and didn't shoot too well. And now people are starting like, oh yeah, see, this is why, and it's like, I just wanted the young kid to bounce back and, get a little bit of mojo back.
This thing, if the kid is ejected after he pulled him down the way he pulled him down, they probably don't even win that game.
Or if Bam doesn't go out to injury.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, he literally pulled him.
It was bad.
He literally pulled him down. It wasn't like no falling and you not running to him. He reached back, grabbed him and pulled him down.
Melo,
Melo, yeah.
he got fined.
But he didn't get a flagrant in the game. He didn't get ejected.
He should have got ejected. Should have got ejected.
Is Bam all right?
Yeah, he good. I mean, the spirit probably hurt. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Because if he was still playing, they would have won that game. What you're saying?
For sure.
Another good series that started yesterday. It was actually one of the better games so far of the first round was Minnesota and Denver. I like that. Denver's the better team to me, but Anthony Edwards, bro, we've seen Ant take over playoff series and go crazy. You know what I mean? He can do that now. And they started out yesterday putting it to him. And then Jokic made some adjustments. Jokic had a good game. I really think I see OKC just steamrolling everyone in the West, but like Jokic to me is the player that has the opportunity to stop OKC because he's that good. To me, I say it all the time. I've said it on this pod, like, and I love watching guard basketball. You know what I mean? I'm a guard heavy person, but Jokic is the best player in the world. He's so good. There's no weakness in his game.
Yeah, I think any one of them teams though, because you got to look back at it though. Minnesota still took them 7 games though.
Look back at it, it's crazy.
I mean, it's crazy if your mind there, like, I'm not thinking nothing else. Y'all,
I didn't even catch it.
I know you gotta wake up or go to sleep with Diddy shit on your mind for somebody to say look back at it. If you look back at the last series, shit
3 times.
Crazy.
Yeah, look back at it. It's crazy work.
All right, look. So now we got another one, another solid one in the East as well that we need to talk about. Matchup that I'm missing.
The Atlanta and the Knicks.
We already talked.
You talking about the Cavs? We talked about the Cavs.
Who are the Cavs playing?
The Cavs playing.
That was yesterday as well.
Yeah. Toronto,
yeah. And that started out a good game too.
I still think it's gonna be good games, but I just think Cavs might bring out the broom.
Now we'll get into old KK's favorite Lakers round 1. Now here's the conspiracy, since y'all are both conspiracy theorists. Did Adam Silver call KD and tell him to sit out so LeBron could get to the second round?
Hell no.
Because where the hell did KD ain't been hurt? KD all of a sudden, and then they got a pregame clip of him knocking down 20 straight Tracy's from the top of the key. Dude couldn't miss, but then he ain't playing in the game. Where'd that come from?
You never know, actually, with the NBA. It could be, for all you script writer believers out there, that could have been in the script. I just think KD would have rather played, and I think LeBron would have scored. It would have been a nice little battle between Bron and KD.
But that's what I want. That's what I was tuned in to see.
All right, KK. What you think about it, man? It's your team.
Game 1. We won game 1. 6 more games to go. Yeah.
Hey.
We played good team ball. The ball spread evenly. We knocked down shots.
Respectfully to the NBA players, I've said this on the pod, they're NBA players. They're the best in the world. I mean this with all due respect. Goon, for an all-star, is ass. He was ass yesterday. What was he doing? And he cannot guard. But he was terrible. Like, KD out. It's your time to say, oh, my God.
Sengun usually a walking bucket, too.
I don't know, bro. He looked it bad, dog. I was like, that was hard to watch. It's hard to watch.
The difference in that game is we played a lot of team ball, and Houston don't play team ball unless KD or Vanderbilt is on that court. Other than that, it's all, when they bring that ball down, is one-on-one individual ball. So whoever bringing that ball down is more than likely going to get the shot. If it don't go in Sengun, he going to take probably like 8 seconds off the shot clock. It's going to get kicked out to somebody, and then they going to take the rest off the clock, and that's how they play basketball.
Yeah.
And if they don't come up with a plan, they going to lose this series.
I wouldn't mind y'all winning. Were they saying that Reeves and
they out indefinitely?
Oh, they're out indefinitely. So I swear I heard something about they was like trying to make a press to come back.
I've heard some stuff too, like they're kind of playing their cards close to the chest, so nobody really knows what indefinitely means. Because I've heard something like game 2, game 3. I've heard out the whole first round. I've heard out the whole playoffs. Like they're
when you got to submit the lineup. So that way, if you're going to be, because I know the NFL,
It's like a couple hours before the game, ain't it?
Yeah.
so you can't even strategize. So that could be, we might come back. So that way you think you got to match up.
I hope they don't come back
previews.
unless they full health. It's like they like really healthy though. Like just don't come back just to get out the first round. It's garbage.
Yeah.
Like if y'all really hurt, just take the rest of the time off. Let us figure it out. We don't figure it out. Y'all come back next year. Y'all young. Why prolong the injury? You know what I'm saying? Because you got the rest of the summer to heal, but.
Well, I think that's fresh on everyone's mind watching what happened to Halliburton in the finals. You know what I mean? Like pushing the envelope.
Yeah, and tear you off. Then you out the rest. Go ahead, and cut you off.
Yeah, no, that's just what it is. You tear to, you know what I mean? Tear something, make something worse, and then you're missing a whole nother year.
Yeah.
And who knows, like with that type of an injury, that could be career altering.
Facts. Yeah. So, I mean, just kick it.
I'll say this. I thought it was pretty cool. I watched a press conference with Bron. He said his mom was in the building, his wife, his daughter, and then got to play, playoff basketball with Bronny. As much as hate as LeBron gets, like, he might have, threatened the Lakers that he was going to, leave if they didn't draft Bronny. Nonetheless, as a father, separating out all that other garbage, being able to take the floor with your kid and actually play like at that level with your kid, would be a cool moment.
At that level, man, it would be dope to play with your son in a men's league. Play with your son, man. Like that would be dope.
Very rare, you know what I'm saying? And then to have, grandma there, his mom watching. Yeah, I don't think
What was she sitting with?
His wife.
Was Delonte there?
I don't know.
That's messed up.
That's crazy. Speaking of Halliburton, when is he coming back?
What the hell? Beginning of the season.
What happened, right?
What?
No, it got pushed back.
Why?
He got shingles, and it's like the first case of shingles in NBA history. He was saying he didn't think anyone else. And he's taking all this different medication. He's gained a bunch of weight. People on the internet were hating on him. So he came out and said publicly, like, hey, I know people are giving me hate. I'm not just being lazy, gaining weight. I had these shingles. He got shingles on his face, bro. And I've heard that shit is painful.
My uncle just got over it.
Yeah.
She said all one side of his body was just bad, horrible.
And they don't even know, like, where it came from. That's usually, like, for elderly people. Like, you would be worried about shingles, not Tyrese Halliburton. You know?
No, I knew when you said elderly, what was coming next. I knew it. Yeah, I knew it.
You said that.
Watch a man break out, you know what I'm saying? No, but the only reason why Indiana really needs their player back, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was the face of that team, and they're just like...
Man, I was hating on it, too, but they were for real.
Because didn't Tatum and Hallie go down very close to each other?
Yeah, within a round.
Yeah.
I would say within a month.
Yeah.
And then Tatum back.
A Dame, too. It was all within that playoff, the same playoff window.
All wearing the letter 0.
It's crazy. Damn, I didn't think like that.
Yeah, it's a conspiracy shit.
All wearing the letter 0.
I'm serious.
Yeah,
and they all went down, same injuries.
So you saying the number 0 is cursed?
I don't know. It could have been in there.
Well, Dame don't wear the letter 0, or he doesn't wear the number 0. He wears the letter O for Oakland.
Nigga, it's a 0.
0, O, whatever.
Yeah, nigga, it's a 0. In the lead, it's a 0.
Tatum pushed it back, and they got in the league. I'm sure when you get injured, you have the best doctors in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like the treatments, the steroids that you can take or buy from LeBron, whatever's out there on the market. You know what I'm saying? They have access to. So why does Tatum come back faster than everybody else? I mean, Dame is getting a little bit older, so his body's not going to be able to heal as fast as someone who's younger. But Tatum and Halliburton, Halliburton's probably got to be younger than Tatum.
Yeah, but I think Halliburton's thinking more like, I'm going to get all the way right. I ain't trying to come back. I think Tatum came back a little early.
No, dog, I just watched the interview. Halliburton was scheduled for one, they didn't make the playoffs. Yeah. So I think that they saw how off their season was and they weren't pushing the envelope. But he said the shingles is what set him back. He was playing 5-on-5.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like he was on the same trajectory as JT. And if you want to get down right to it, JT was ballsy. You know, me and Kenneth watched his first game back. He was not moving right, bro. He was not able to slide defensively, but he was just like, I'm going to get right. And now game 1, he looked it nice this morning. He was hooping. You know what I mean? Like,
but he was hooping.
Yeah, he's solid, bro. I'm with you on the F Boston, but Boston, they're good, bro. And they're like they're like the OKC of the East. They're proven that core's done it together. You know what I mean?
Minus Drew.
Yeah, but they've added Derek White, who's similar to Drew. You know?
I wouldn't mind Boston getting in again just because.
Wait, Derek White was there before Drew, though, right?
No, I think they were. I think Derek White came after Drew, but they were there together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I this is gonna be
Interesting.
Yeah, a great postseason, man. I'm excited. I love postseason basketball. Sometimes these first 2 rounds can get a little lopsided, but as we lock in, there's gonna be some great series, and as we lock in down the line, like these series are gonna get competitive. Yeah.
Speaking of basketball, shout out to Hoop Source. If you're familiar, for those that are listening or not familiar, they run a basketball circuit, AAU, right? So from, I don't know, 3rd grade all the way up to 18U, and they had an event, I believe it's Super 24, and they also had an event in Seattle. So they had 3, I think it was like 3 events running.
Does their thing, bro.
Yeah, they do their thing.
A lot of work.
And they had, super cool though, so we always think about basketball being D1 schools, the Dukes and North Carolinas and all that, right? But there's still a lot of players that are in high school in the AAU circuit who are not going to be able to play on that type of level. They had coaches. There's probably like, let's just say 30 coaches, some from D1 schools,
mid-majors.
Yeah, and some mid-major teams and also some local teams. But they had all these coaches come out to this tournament at the Beaverton YMCA, and these kids got to play in front of programs. You know what I'm saying? And it was cool to see that. I was out there and I watched the 17U, but I was only out there for a few hours. But it was.
Wow, you got some good clips.
You get some high league ball, man.
A little cross, a little drop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've seen a couple jelly lays. It looked like high level basketball.
It's always high level with Hoop Source, even like the 13U or the 4th graders, stuff like that. But there was kids out there yamming. I mean, there was a couple. When you watch the younger kids, you know what I'm saying? These are like grown, I don't want to say grown men, but they're like young men. So you can, they're athletic, they got little muscles, and some of them were tatted up. And I was like, Jesus Christ.
It was Garrett?
Nah.
Okay.
I ain't never dug a fade. But shout out Hoop Source, man. It was, who did I see out there? I saw PSB, Game Time, PNW Vets.
I saw in one of your clips, Players Only was there.
Players Only was there?
Players Only.
Yeah. That's why I think that's the boy from the round.
You talking about Jordan Rayleigh?
There you go. That's what I was talking about.
We told me a white dude. He's light-skinned.
He's light-skinned, but I mean, I was across the court.
You thought you was different?
Yeah. Yeah, he plays center. Well, who does he play for in the round?
They had a team called Goodfellas. Now he's with somebody else.
Yeah.
Goodfellas for a while. Yeah.
Yeah, so PNW.
He calls it for Players Only. He actually stepped in right after the reason I left was I went to go play for Salem. So I was coaching and got in good with Marquise, who runs Players Only, and it was going well. I really liked their program. They got, a lot of the kids in the Beaverton area. That's where like their home base is out of. But then Jordan stepped in. Jordan's also I think he's second in line, the assistant coach at Westview.
That's right.
Yeah.
They were playing, who were they playing?
I think they were playing
No, they were playing Cascade Kings.
And Cascade was kind of going to work. I seen Players Only was on the bad end of the clip.
The Cascade Kings, I think, is tied to Zeke's, Isaiah Thomas's, because some of their coaches, because Slow Grind wasn't there, but I don't know how it works out. Someone will probably let us know in the comments, but I felt bad because Jordan got ejected.
He gets ejected a lot, dog.
But I felt bad because I'm watching the game, right? And, as a ref, I mean, you've ref before, it's like you're supposed to kind of rotate, you know what I'm saying, with your counterpart there. And they were calling a lot of, or at least from what people would perceive, is they weren't calling certain calls on the other end of the court, and they were calling other calls at the other end of the court. You know what I'm saying? And Jordan saw it, You know what I'm saying? It was like calling, but both the coaches were involved. You know what I'm saying? They were like both not getting the calls. So at least it wasn't that one way. And then, you know, he stepped in, cut the game short.
It's too bad.
It's too bad. But
I'm glad you got to go to that, go be at that event, man. Hoop Source has been kind to us as a pod, and we look forward to continuing the partnership with them because it is one of the best premier basketball, brands in the Pacific Northwest.
yeah,
You know what I mean? All those, when we went to that tournament, like all the coaches, all the parents, all the players, they speak highly of Hoop Source. You
Yeah.
know, they get excited to go to a Hoop Source event. And the other thing is talking to Nate, our homie, the director, you know, how many dudes have came through Hoop Source that are playing in the NBA now? Like his list is crazy. Just the kids that he's seen, you know what I mean? And WNBA players as
WNBA
well.
too. Yep.
It's pretty dope. It's pretty dope.
Yeah, let's talk about them WNBA checks, though.
Yeah. Yeah, you see that?
Finally.
It's good.
Yeah,
it
is.
I was pro bigger bags for them.
I wanted to see.
I never said I wasn't. I never
wanted-
said I wasn't against it, man. I wanted them to get bigger bag. This bull over here was the one saying, to get the bigger bag, I gotta see the bigger bag.
But Aaliyah Boston got a big bag, so she got a $6.3 million contract.
Yeah,
AJ got a big bag.
Yeah.
She got a $5 million contract.
Yeah.
What's the draft contracts looking like for the WNBA?
That I don't know. I think it's under.
Probably like under 5, ain't it?
Yeah,
Under 5 mil?
No,
No, under 500,000.
For the 4 or 5 year contract?
No, I
Rookie.
think the rookie deals. I think it's probably. We're gonna have to Google it. I don't want to throw a number out there and be disrespectful.
I'm gonna say like 2.
About
200,000. Yeah,
per year.
yeah.
I think you're a little high, to be honest.
So they're under 5.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
They're under 5.
For sure.
That's sad though, because they be hooping. Yeah,
Shout
but
out-
if
shout
the
out to
money
the-
ain't there. But I think that's the argument though. Like they know the money there. Why they just not getting it?
When you look at the money on an analytical standpoint, in order for the money to get there, you have to have the views of the actual program because the brands are the ones that are going to be investing into the views of the consumer. So if the consumers aren't watching it, the jerseys aren't moving, the stadiums aren't getting filled, the shoes aren't being sold.
Look at it this way. Look at the competitive marketing that's going on in the NBA right now. Amazon Prime jumped in, Peacock jumped in, NBC jumped in, TNT lost it, ESPN. So their bags are expanding because these brands are competing for them. Every year they're driving up the value, driving up the dollar. It's not like that in the W yet. You know what I mean?
It might get there.
Like, I'm not hating. I'm saying why.
Yeah, just
Why-
back in the day.
Yeah, why the bag is so big in the NBA right now is brands are massively competing. And to be honest with you, the NBA is growing on a rate like the NFL. We catching up to the NFL. You know what I mean? Like,
Anthony Edwards, they was talking about his contract, $1 million a game.
I don't doubt it.
Yeah, he worth it.
And he's paying $500K in child support.
Yeah,
Is he worth it?
yeah, yeah. He worth it.
He need that
He
bag.
the face of the league.
He need
man.
that bag for all them child support checks.
Yeah, he the face
KD.
of the league.
You know, the Twitter, you know, they
burners, yeah.
burners.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's funny. You say you need the bag and pay off from kids.
I think he paid it all off though, like one settlement though. He's not paying monthly on it.
No, he did with one woman, which was smart. He did
Yeah.
with one woman, but he does
He
have a
lump sum
couple.
the
Mhm.
payments
Yeah,
together.
take
Mhm.
this. Okay.
50 million or so.
Yeah, she broke now. She like, I need more.
Nope.
He like, yeah, you signed it.
Shout
Yeah.
out, Ant.
Hey,
Yeah, shout out to face of the league, man, Anthony Edwards.
I mean, we yet to see. There's a competition going on for the face of the league.
Well,
Is
who?
it Ant? Is it SGA?
No, it's
Mm.
not
Wemby?
SGA.
He can't be HGA. He ain't from the States.
What do you mean? He just won an MVP.
Yeah, but they don't do the
Is it
face of the
Jokic?
You got to be from the States.
Listen, when I do a little post on the tube, right, and I put face of the league for Ant, I get more people agreeing with it than when I say is Shay the face of the league. They call him foul vulture and all this other
Yeah.
shit. So I don't even think really. I mean, it's not like we're getting millions.
Like,
of
is that
views.
arm stick out a little too far? And they don't
When
call
you
it?
go for the foul to try to get the foul, it's just, to me, it's a part of the game. But that style of game would not have worked in Jordan's era.
What? That shit, Harden came in the game doing that. What you mean? Harden had it. Harden was the master of drawing the foul. That's why they changed the rules because of Harden.
The thing is with SGA is like they hate on his foul baiting. He gets to the line, that's an art. But he's also one of the more physical offensive players we've seen in a while. He would have done well in any era. And the footwork is Kobe. Like you watch it, it's Kobe-esque.
Yeah.
And he's a strong guard. He looks wiry. He has big shoulders. He's a strong guard. He can take contact and stay balanced, to stay centered.
I gotta watch his game and watch him and not look like he's trying to draw the foul and just see how physical he is. Because I have a preconceived notion when I'm watching him, it's like, oh, this motherfucker's just trying to get the foul. He's just trying to get the foul.
No, he's just trying to get to his spot, really. You picking and choosing out there.
He's gifted offensively, and he guards too, you know what I mean? But there is something to be said, the way America perceives Anthony Edwards is different. We see him on the commercials. He's a marketable dude. He has a smile, you know what I mean?
He hit that Gatorade light.
And his game is exciting. You know what I mean? Rightfully so.
Oh, I fucks with that. Yeah, they let Ant be himself, though. That's the difference, I think. Y'all ain't changing me.
I'm a fan of Ant. Because he's explosive.
I'm a fan of Ant, too. You don't hear too many people hating on Ant. You know what I mean? Hear too many people hating on his game. He guards, too.
Both sides of the floor.
I want to see, man. I need to see him break through in the postseason, because we've seen flashes of it.
Put it on his shoulders before.
Right, for a series or two. He need to make that a whole run because he's capable of it. But like last year, he killed the Lakers, or 2 years ago, he killed the Lakers, and then it came to Dallas, and he just kind of disappeared. He made them comments about Kyrie. He didn't disappear, but he didn't have, like,
I mean, they took OKC to 7, though.
No, they took Denver 7. OKC, I think.
They beat Denver.
I think OKC beat him like 4-1. Yeah.
He won. I thought it was the Warriors. I thought it was the Warriors and the Lakers.
No, they beat Denver too.
I'm talking about 2 years. I'm talking about 2 years ago when
they lost Denver 2 years ago, but they just beat Denver last year.
No, they lost to Dallas. Luca's last year in Dallas. That's what I'm talking about. That was the year he killed
like
the
3
Lakers.
years ago.
So the man's been in the playoffs, beating teams. So,
but it's not been consistent though. He's not been consistent throughout the whole series.
The Timberwolves aren't making it to the finals. They're gonna need something else there.
You don't know that if Randall show up, because Randall didn't show up yesterday. If Randall showed up the rest of this series is going to 7.
Who?
Randall.
Julius?
Yeah.
I don't even know why they traded Cat. I think Cat was such a better 2-man game with Ant than Julius Randle.
Yeah, but I think they got rid of Cat because I think Cat wanted to.
I really like Jaden McDaniels. I don't know why you hating on the Timberwolves. They low key have the pieces.
They do.
I'm not hating. I'm not hating on the Timberwolves. I just
take DiVincenzo, winner.
Yeah, they do.
Jaden McDaniels, dog.
Yeah, and they got a bench.
Rudy. I mean, as much as I hate Rudy Gobert, he has the worst highlight film in the NBA. He's a great defender.
Yeah, he's always a good.
He's a good rim protector.
He's a blooper.
He's a blooper.
Yeah, he's offensive game is bad. Yeah, for sure.
I'm not hating on him, man. I just think every great team has had, every great player has had an assistant that's made it, and a notable assistant. Whether it be Kobe, Shaq, MJ, Scotty, MJ, Kerr, however you want to look at it. SGA.
What's a notable assistant, though?
A notable assistant to me is that someone else who can, whether it be facilitating, but also get you 20.
Get you 20?
Bro,
I don't think Pau Gasol was getting Kobe 20.
Yeah, but my take on it is no one player has ever won a championship.
That's what I'm trying
what you're trying to say?
Pretty much.
Yeah. It's always been key shots from other players. I mean, it's that player getting them in that position, but it's been key role players that done hit some shots and did some things.
I disagree. I think in games, like you're talking about in clutch situations, crucial players, but in the playoffs in general for an expanded period of time for 5 series, it's that player. The superstars take over in the playoffs. To consistently win a series.
You said superstars?
Superstars.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So that's more than one player.
No, I'm saying the superstar of the team takes over in the series. The superstars of the league take over to carry their team to the finals. You know, role players have key moments throughout that series
that support the superstar.
They have key moments in history, but if you look at it, the superstar goes on that run, and that's what wins the title.
Yeah, we basically said the same thing.
Yeah, I believe Anthony Edwards is. We did not say the same.
He was stressed out. He said, "Man's tired. He don't want to fight." He said, "So I believe."
We did.
You know?
We did not say the same thing.
Yeah, we did. Because I said the same shit. I just said that player carries it, but them players make key shots.
Before we get into the mob things, I know y'all ain't support. I mean, we're not gonna get political. But did you see? Y'all familiar with Ibogaine?
We getting political?
Mm-mm.
Let's get political.
No, I'm just saying as far as like who you vote for or whatever. That's not my. I don't like getting that. But Ibogaine. So they used to, for those that aren't familiar with it, it's a psychedelic drug that helps rewire your pathways. So to break it down, simply put, you could go take Ibogaine. If you have, it will rewire your brain to basically without addiction. So it just forgets that you were addicted to whatever substance. So I've known some people that have traveled to Mexico to get it.
Isn't that what Bryce's old boss did?
Correct.
Yeah, okay.
No,
I've heard of that.
He didn't go. He ended up not going. But someone else that was supposed to go with our boss ended up going. And he's still clean today. But so they had it in Texas and then it moved to like some other parts of America. And then Trump just went on record and basically signed an executive order to start looking into or to like make it more acceptable to do Ibogaine. So for PTSD, for veterans, for women with trauma, for addiction, for basically any life trauma, athletes for CTE, like all of these things, Ibogaine has helped people that do it.
It's a one-time injection?
I don't know how it works. It's not an injection. I think you eat it or drink it. And again, I don't want to say too much because I haven't done a lot of research about it. But and that was one of my arguments was like I need to learn more about it. But if you could take something, let's say before we got clean, if you could take something that will rewire your brain to where you're no longer addicted to it, just on the addiction side, would you take it?
No.
Nah. Nope.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I figured out so much about myself and became such a better human being through doing the work and just you know what I mean?
Yeah. His fault, man. I'm sorry, man. You was in a deep.
It's all good.
You didn't have to make a crazy look about it, though.
No, you did.
Go ahead, break that shit down. Tell you was on something right there.
Well, I just think like if you took the shortcut route and you spent all that money and you just took a supplement and it cured your addiction, something else would pop up. Like the work I did to stop using narcotics, because there was a reason that I used narcotics in the first place. There was a reason why I drank alcohol, whatever your vice is in the first place. It was covering up some shit that I had to work on to get through. You know what I mean? Now, if this supplement you're talking about could cure PTSD, depression, anxiety, schizophrenia, like some of these things that other people have, now that's different to me than addiction. You know what I mean? But as far as addiction, if I could have just took a supplement at the time when I was strung out, I would have prayed for that supplement.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But now looking back on it, I'm grateful the route that I took because it made me a better person.
Like, let's say like you have people who have continued to struggle, and not just on the addiction side, but let's just say for athletes with CTE, women who have trauma from, being a victim, right? Being able to take this and being able to kind of almost forget about that type of stuff and then be able to like work on their life. Like, I think I don't want to get too much in the weeds about it just because we don't really know a lot about it. And I'm sure other people watching are to us up in the comments about it. That's not how it works. I just, I think however you look at it, I think it may be worth America looking into it if it can help the addiction, PTSD, trauma, CTE stuff. I think it's, and people are going to hate,
Yeah, I agree with Tay, man. I feel like every time something come up in your life, you're going to be like, oh, I need that shot. Oh, I need that shot. So now you're addicted to that.
I don't know if it works like that, but we could table it and then we could read on it and try to get a better perspective on it, because I hit you guys out of right field with it.
The other thing is, in my experience or my understanding, the little bit that I know about it, like you're talking about, the people that I've heard doing it were extremely rich. You know what I mean? So like, then it becomes like a luxury type thing. Are we talking about it being made to the public the way Suboxone is?
I think that's what they're trying to do.
Just do.
Top 5?
The crazy thing about all that is when you're in recovery, at first, the obsession of wanting to use is heavy. Then when that leaves, you get to thinking about everything you said, the PTSD, the trauma, all that comes up. Then all the work you do is like center around everything that's in your life. Once you start working on that and doing the work and putting the work in with that, get you a sponsor, get you a therapist, you're no longer working on the drug, you're working on all the other problems. I think that's just like the difference with the world is the world thinking like we doing these 12 steps just based on the drug addiction, but we doing this 12 steps based on our whole life, like everything we've been through. So if once a person is willing to like sit down, get vulnerable, work on some shit and correct some shit, that changes everything. You don't need no chemical or nothing to be shot in you for you to get over something that's going to always pop up in your life. But you get the tools to utilize to be better when it pops up, how to deal with it, how to navigate through it. That's just my take on this. So I agree 100% with Tay, like, nah, that shot. You don't need that shot once you figure out, man, recovery is for everything. It ain't just for the drug.
Period.
Yeah. And on that note, before we get to the top 5, because we still got some time remaining, I know because I just checked the text. How you feeling, man? You about to go speak today?
Yeah, man, I always like sharing a little bit of my story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it hits a little bit closer to home because I actually went through bridges.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I always like it because especially not just like a speaker meeting, you know what I mean? But it's like, fundraiser or a gala, or however you want to look at it. There's going to be some other people that are in the room that aren't familiar with, maybe they understand like what addiction is, but from afar. When you get, you speak into these people, like some heads are going to turn like, whoa, I didn't know addiction could get that bad. You know what I mean? And so it's just nice to be able to show the before and the after, you know what I'm saying? And be able to kind of articulate that in a way that, I can scare them with some of the stuff that I did, but then also show them the joy of some of the stuff that I did and continue to do. But it should be a good night, man. It should be good. And I'm presenting an award to my counselor or counselor or mentor, however you want to put it.
Yeah.
When you get out or you're done with treatment or whatever, but some of the programs have like mentors, similar to, so imagine you get an award for how many years of service you put into this program. And so it's cool to give back, be full circle.
Nice.
Yeah.
Shout out to Bridges.
It's really God's work too, because that's how they get their funding. That's how these programs continuous success stories and people sharing their experience. You know what I mean? Not just graduating the program, taking advantage of the resource and moving on. You know what I mean? But continuing to engage with the current people, because it's so good when you're early in a program. Say you're 2-3 days into Bridges is changing, you're questioning everything, and then you see a dude come in 8 years clean and talking about life today, and then was sitting in the same shoes. And then the people, like you said, on the outside looking in that don't know about addiction, and they see that and they're like, man, let me get out my checkbook. This is success.
I don't try to scare them, and I kind of, brush over some of the hard, the dark. We go dark, but we don't go like dark.
You leave the phase out of it?
Yeah, I never duck no fade.
Hey.
Yeah, Taby said some wild shit, man. Top 5 movies.
Look back at it.
I don't get how that was bad.
Top 5 Casino. No.
Casino.
Sorry, I meant to say Italian movies.
Oh,
It doesn't necessarily have to be Italian gang movie or gangster mob movies, but that's what a lot of Italian movies are. But
yeah, I'm gonna sit out on this one.
You ain't fucking with the mob movies?
I don't think I got a top 5 Italian.
It's just mob, bro.
Oh, my.
don't necessarily have to be
Godfather 1, Godfather 2, Godfather 3, Scarface, huh?
Let's keep going.
The Irishman.
Okay.
Who else?
Okay.
I love mob movies because I can't just do the Italian ones, right?
Mob movies.
Mob movies. Drink some water.
Yeah, I just said my 5, man. Yeah.
All right, so I got Scarface, Casino. I want to throw Goodfellas in there, but it's like an honorable mention for me. Blow. I'm going with like some cartel movies too. Heat. And what's the one with Whitey Bulger? Black Mask?
Mm-hmm.
Is it Black Mask?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Black Mask. Now, someone's going to say in the comments something else, and then I'll be like, I should have thrown that one in there.
Yeah. But you didn't.
I go, oh boy.
Scarface, Goodfellas, Donnie Brasco, American Gangster.
Said Italian.
No, just mob.
That was messing with the Italian. That was a dope plug.
Yeah, that's true.
I consider that a mob movie. But White Boy Rick. I like White Boy Rick. Even though he's a rat, I like White Boy Rick. That shit was fire. Yeah, White Boy Rick was tight.
I never seen it.
You ain't never seen White Boy Rick?
No.
You gotta watch White Boy Rick.
Yeah.
You liked White Boy Rick. We watched that together.
No, we didn't.
Yeah.
Carlito's Way, man. Y'all forgot about Carlito's Way? Yeah, we did watch that shit together, though.
How the truth comes out. Put your truths from Mexico back on.
The truth will come out with the truths, though. Well, we appreciate you tuning in. Thank you for another powerful episode. Silence the crowd, man.
See y'all next week. You say nothing crazy, you bet sure.
Bye.
Yeah, he goes, this nigga say, I was texting